Welcome to the 15th graduating class of Arthur A. Benjamin Health Professions High School, honoring the class of 2020. Please listen to the playing of the national anthem. Parents, guardians, and school faculty and staff, I am most pleased and highly honored as the proud principal of Arthur A. Benjamin Health Professions High School to welcome you to our first and hopefully only virtual graduation and present to you the exemplary class of 2020. In keeping with the theme of this sacred occasion, I must begin by addressing and acknowledging some of those phenomenal individuals whose collaboration, encouragement, motivation, and mutual dedication have assisted us in establishing a tradition of excellence at Health Professions High School. Collectively, they have assisted our graduates in making this special day, high school graduation, a reality. First, I would like to recognize our tremendously talented, skilled, and caring faculty and staff. Health Profession High School's entire faculty and staff deserve our gratitude and thanks for extending their time and efforts beyond the walls of the classroom and motivating our students to excel. I applaud their commitment and dedication to providing a rigorous college preparatory education to our students that is second to none. On behalf of the graduating class of 2020, I wholeheartedly express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to you. Thank you for a job well done. Next, I would like to turn our attention to the supportive parents and guardians. You have helped foster the tradition of excellence within your children. You have made an imperishable impact on their lives and represent the development of their formative years that have made this evening's graduation celebration possible. Parents and guardians, you have given your students the influence of love, respect, honesty, responsibility, self-discipline, and hard work. You have taught our students the importance of accepting and embracing the rich multilingual and multicultural student body that exists at Arthur A. Benjamin Health Professions High School. You have inspired our students to reach and exceed their potential. You have made many sacrifices that have molded them into the fine young people they are today. Parents and guardians, we thank you. Now to the distinguished class of 2020. You are indeed most fortunate. While your school year did not end the way that you imagined, consider all that you have accomplished. You have excelled academically. You have assisted in celebrating and acknowledging our wonderful diverse student body through clubs and activities. You've endured a public health emergency of international concern. You've also served your community through volunteering. And lastly, you've demonstrated resilience through your academic career, including but not limited to addressing matters of inclusion, racism, climate change, and a pandemic. Tonight, graduates, as members of the 15th graduating class, you have established yourself as leaders, scholars, social activists, and change agents. You have met and exceeded our extremely high expectations, and you have made us proud. Members of Arthur A. Benjamin Health Profession High School's graduating class of 2020, I encourage you to work hard and dream big. As you embark on this new journey, please hold in your memory all the individuals, places, events that have shaped your forthcoming futures. We are counting on you to change this world. To the graduating class of 2020, on behalf of the faculty and staff, Thank you for making our school a very special place of great distinction. We wish you all the very best that life has to offer. Now go out and be the change that you wish to see in the world. Much love. I'd like to recognize students who have earned the highest honor of the class of 2020. Our valedictorian is Christine Lee, and our salutatorian is Muhammad Khan. Please take a minute and give those students a big round of applause.
Hi, family, friends, students, teachers, staff, and of course the graduating class of 2020. My name is Christine Lee, and although our graduation will be held in person, it is a great honor to be here today. I want to thank you all for joining us, and without all your love, support, and hard work, we wouldn't have made it without you. And to the class of 2020, I'm proud to say that we finally accomplished one of the many milestones of our lives, high school. And to start off, I came to HPHS as a sophomore, and being a shy new kid, it was really tough for me, but once I started to open up and warm up to people, I eventually found myself some really great friends. I'm not gonna lie, at first I didn't want to attend this school, but honestly I'm really glad I did. I was blessed to have such amazing opportunities, and just to name a few, being a part of Host a Club while competing at the State Leadership Conference, becoming a published writer through creative writing and 916 Inc., and joining the volleyball team even though we didn't win as much as we had liked to. I honestly don't think I would have gone outside my comfort zone as much if it was a bigger school. But this is one of the many reasons why I love HPHS. We have created such an incredible community of people, and where being a small school has its perks. But there are times where things didn't go as planned, like unfortunately having to cancel an event simply because there wasn't enough people attending, having multiple subs for PE during senior year, and worrying if the school was going to shut down or not because the numbers of students were low. Nonetheless, we learned a lot, not only in our medical-based classes, but in our clubs and after-school activities. Through it all, we struggled, persevered, and grew as students, but most importantly as an individual. I know that we may not show it, but we all go through our own hardships. But look at us now. We have come a very long way. These past 4 years of high school has been a roller coaster, but fortunately for us, the ride is now over. We are now on to greater and better things, so whether we are staying or leaving, I hope no matter what the future holds, you would turn your dreams into realities. Even though there are tough days, like they say, the sun will always shine after the storm, and better days are yet to come. Thank you.
Greetings everyone. It is a great honor to speak before you all today. I would first like to start off by saying thank you to all the parents, teachers, friends, and staff. The success of every student is the hard work of many behind the scenes. To my fellow graduates, congratulations, you've done it. High school is an incredible milestone in life. It is an end to your childhood and an entrance into adult life. Up until now, all 57 or 58, I forget how many seniors are graduating, of us were a team. We traveled the same path, had the same goal, and we supported each other towards that goal. But today, all is to change. Today is the day when this one path splits into 57 or 58 different paths, each with its own unique goal. I remember freshman orientation day as if it happened yesterday. I remember coming late to orientation. I remember learning about all the different integrated unit projects we would be doing. I remember being so overwhelmed. I wondered how I would ever achieve good grades. I never really considered myself academically smart. I was sort of the D for diploma type person. But regardless, I still set a goal to go above and beyond. I never imagined all this, having all A's, and on top of that, giving a speech on graduation day. I'm sure we can all more or less relate in our own respective ways regarding our own unique achievements. This day shouldn't be an endpoint for us. Instead, it should be a catapult, launching us to whatever we are meant to do in our futures, whether it be going to college or going to work right after high school. A diploma isn't the end of a journey. It just opens the door for more diplomas and growth opportunities. Much like the end of a chapter is the beginning of a new chapter. Remember, this is the decade in which we all blossom into our full potential. Some of us will become doctors, nurses, and some of us will go on to have families of our own. All in this decade. This is the decade in which we will go on to be leaders. The future is laid before our eyes, and we are the future. Whatever it may be that you do, always continue to grow in it, and be the best at whatever you do, whether it be a trade or continuing education. Now, just as high school comes to an end, so must my talk. Therefore, I would like to thank those who all made it happen. Thank you to my parents. I couldn't have done this without your prayers. Thank you to the teachers. Thank you for enlightening me. Thank you, and last but not least, thank you to my friends for giving me this fantabulous extravaganza of a high school experience. I'll always cherish and forever remember those memories. Thank you and good luck on your journeys.
Please enjoy a keynote message from the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Hi, everybody. Anaya, thank you for that beautiful introduction. I could not be prouder of everything you've done in your time with the Obama Foundation. And, of course, I couldn't be prouder of all of you in the graduating class of 2020, as well as the teachers and the coaches, and most of all, parents and family who guided you along the way. Now, graduating is a big achievement under any circumstances. Some of you have had to overcome serious obstacles along the way, whether it was an illness or a parent losing a job, or living in a neighborhood where people too often count you out. Along with the usual challenges of growing up, all of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, and the specter of climate change. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through, just as you've been looking forward to proms and senior nights, graduation ceremonies, and let's face it, a whole bunch of parties, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. And as much as I'm sure you love your parents, I'll bet that being stuck at home with them and playing board games or watching Tiger King on TV is not exactly how you envisioned the last few months of your senior year. Now, I'll be honest with you. The disappointments of missing a live graduation, those will pass pretty quick. I don't remember much of my own high school graduation. I know that not having to sit there and listen to a commencement speaker isn't all that bad. Mine usually go on way too long. Also, not that many people look great in those caps, especially if you have big ears like me. And you'll have plenty of time to catch up with your friends once the immediate public health crisis is over. But what remains true is that your graduation marks your passage into adulthood, the time when you begin to take charge of your own life. It's when you get to decide what's important to you, the kind of career you want to pursue, who you want to build a family with, the values you want to live by. And given the current state of the world, that may be kind of scary. If you'd planned on going away for college, getting dropped off at campus in the fall, that's no longer a given. If you are planning to work while going to school, finding that first job is going to be tougher. Even families that are relatively well off are dealing with massive uncertainty. Those who were struggling before, they're hanging on by a thread. All of which means that you're going to have to grow up faster than some generations. This pandemic has shaken up the status quo and laid bare a lot of our country's deep-seated problems, from massive economic inequality to ongoing racial disparities to a lack of basic health care for people who need it. It's woken a lot of young people up to the fact that the old ways of doing things just don't work. That it doesn't matter how much money you make if everyone around you is hungry and sick. And that our society and our democracy only work when we think not just about ourselves, but about each other. It's also pulled the curtain back on another hard truth, something that we all have to eventually accept once our childhood comes to an end. You know, all those adults that you used to think were in charge and knew what they were doing, turns out they don't have all the answers. A lot of them aren't even asking the right questions. So if the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. That realization may be kind of intimidating, but I hope it's also inspiring. With all the challenges this country faces right now, nobody can tell you, no, you're too young to understand, or this is how it's always been done. Because with so much uncertainty, with everything suddenly up for grabs, this is your generation's world to shape. Since I'm one of the old guys, I won't tell you what to do with this power that rests in your hands, but I'll leave you with 3 quick pieces of advice. First, don't be afraid. America's gone through tough times before. Slavery, civil war, famine, disease, the Great Depression, and 9/11. And each time, we came out stronger. Usually because a new generation, young people like you, learned from past mistakes and figured out how to make things better. Second, do what you think is right. Doing what feels good, what's convenient, what's easy, that's how little kids think. Unfortunately, a lot of so-called grown-ups, including some with fancy titles and important jobs, still think that way, which is why things are so screwed up. I hope that instead you decide to ground yourself in values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, respect for others. You won't get it right every time. You'll make mistakes, like we all do. But if you listen to the truth that's inside yourself, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, people will notice. They'll gravitate towards you. And you'll be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And finally, build a community. No one does big things by themselves. Right now, when people are scared, it's easy to be cynical and say, let me just look out for myself, or my family, or people who look or think or pray like me. But if we're going to get through these difficult times, if we're going to create a world where everybody has opportunity to find a job and afford college, if we're going to save the environment and defeat future pandemics, then we're going to have to do it together. So be alive to one another's struggles. Stand up for one another's rights. Leave behind all the old ways of thinking that divide us: sexism, racial prejudice, status, greed, and set the world on a different path. When you need help, Michelle and I have made it the mission of our foundation to give young people like you the skills and support to lead in your own communities and to connect you with other young leaders around the country and around the globe. But the truth is, you don't need us to tell you what to do, because in so many ways, you've already started to lead. Congratulations, class of 2020. Keep making us proud.
Hello, I'm Jorge Aguilar, Superintendent of Sac City Unified School District. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Congratulations to the family, friends, guardians, and community members for your support of these graduates, for your sacrifices and all you've done to get us to this moment, even if this is different than what you thought it would be. I know this is probably not what you imagined when you looked forward to your high school graduation. But no matter what you do today, it doesn't minimize or take away from all that you've accomplished thus far and what you will accomplish going forward. And for families, we know this is different for you too, but we know the change in circumstance won't take away that feeling of pride you have for your student. Class of 2020, I hope today is the first of many similar celebrations and memorable transitions for you in your education, career, and personal life. This graduation ceremony is a marker and a great achievement, but it is not a definition. What you've done to get here and what you'll do moving forward is what really matters. This probably won't be the first time you need to adjust something that you didn't expect. It's our ability to take the unexpected and make it work. That is the real testament to who we are. It's the grit, the tenacity. In Spanish, we call it the ganas that helps you get through these things. It's our willingness to shift and pivot when it matters the most. Your life will never be a straight line. Of course, I don't have to tell you this because you're here today. I'm sure your journey here was full of bumps and curves and all kinds of surprises, both good and bad. Your curriculum here at Sac City Unified focused on academic, social, and emotional learning. We know that in order to succeed, your needs must be met beyond grades and academics. We know that for many, this journey is harder. And it is for this reason that we all, as we've learned from our time here at Sac City Unified, must give grace and compassion and acknowledgement that the road is different for everyone. Sometimes we must even give grace and compassion to ourselves. Leave here today with the confidence to set high expectations for yourself. But do not let failures deter you from working toward your goals. In fact, failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. We're experiencing this crisis collectively, but it impacts all of us differently, the same as most things in life. Our acknowledgement of that allows us to tackle crises more effectively, to see things more clearly, and to challenge injustices and inequities. This will not be easy. It takes courage, it takes resolve, emotional intelligence, and empathy. While the crisis we're experiencing today might be memorable, I hope the memory of it will pale in comparison to your achievement here today. You have so much to look forward to, well beyond the challenges that we're facing in this moment. But I do hope that you will take something from it. Success is not only about achievement, it's supporting one another. It's about being able to look around the world knowing that we really are in this together. We've seen this more than ever in the last few months. We've seen songs on balconies, gratitude for our first responders, virtual support and outreach to those who need it, creative responses to serve our community's needs, whether it's providing food to our families, internet and computers to those without access, or check-ins to those who need a friend. When we are there for each other, it matters. And when we fail to support one another, it matters too. We can't pretend that we haven't seen the consequence of inaction as well. You've seen both in real time and what it means on the ground. My hope for you, class of 2020, is that you will take this knowledge that for many takes a lifetime to acquire, and apply it going forward no matter what you choose to do with your future. It's what we do for each other that makes the biggest difference. If you can view the world through the lens of another, you will go far, because each one of you matters. Each one of you will make a difference, and it is your choice what kind of difference that is. Class of 2020, we are proud of you. Congratulations on this momentous accomplishment. I am honored to celebrate this special moment with you.
Hello, Health Professions High School, class of 2020. My name is Lisa Morawski, and it's a great honor for me to be able to celebrate with you today. Greta Thunberg, the young girl from Sweden who has become the world's conscience about the climate crisis, said to a group of world leaders, "You look to us young people for hope. How dare you?" As if it's the job of the youth to solve the problems those very leaders have failed to address. I don't have to tell you that's an extraordinary amount of pressure to put on your generation. I don't have to tell you it's an extraordinary time to graduate high school. On top of a global pandemic, there's unrest all around us. What's supposed to be a season to spread our wings and of new beginnings and new connections has been marred by isolation, grief, and uncertainty about things we thought we could take for granted. Sometimes it seems like the ground is shifting underneath our feet. Your generation has already begun to confront great challenges and will need to demonstrate more courage, clarity of purpose, and moral leadership than most of the adults in charge right now have modeled for you. But today is your day, and our day to celebrate your achievement. To those who have struggled academically to get to this point and cross that virtual stage, congratulations. To those who are first in their family to get a diploma or to go to college, congratulations. Your accomplishments are all the more meaningful for the barriers you overcame to get here. To those whom academic success came easily, congratulations. With your hard work, You have reached the heights of academic excellence, and we could not be prouder. Remember as you celebrate that so many have poured love and care and resources into establishing the foundation for your success. None of us is an island unto ourselves, so remember to show gratitude for your teachers, your family, your peers, and your community, and to pay it forward. And I know you will, because your education here at Health Professions High School has prepared you for a life of service to your community. And you know how important that is. If there's one thing the class of 2020 knows in its bones, it's how interconnected we all are. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, we are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. What could possibly demonstrate this better than a global pandemic? And from coast to coast, people are demonstrating because they know that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. As the class of 2020, you embody those lessons. We will get through this pandemic. We will, with your help, get through the chronic disease of racism and division we are suffering and confront many more challenges together, united in that knowledge of our inescapable mutuality. And I know Greta, she doesn't want us to make the youth a vessel of our hope for the future. We know we have to do better for our youth. But when I look out at the class of 2020, knowing what you are capable of, knowing the extraordinary things you will accomplish, knowing that you will build a better world than the one you were given, I can't help but feel a profound and radiant sense of hope. Congratulations. Go out into the world and make us proud.
And now, a message from our senior class president, Samia Raspberry, and ASB president, Brianna Francis.
It's the greatest thing you fight for and struggle with before earning that have the greatest worth. When something is difficult to come by, you'll do that much more. You do that much more to make sure it's even harder, if not impossible, to lose. Sarah Dustin. Seniors, as we are about to embark on our journey to adulthood, I just want us to take a moment and remember all the challenges we have faced and conquered. Every obstacle that may have been in our lives, but we overcame. For 12 years of our school lives, we have waited for this moment to arrive. As we look at our families with a smile on our face that can be translated to excitement, eagerness, and readiness to open a new chapter in our lives that brings us closer to reaching our dreams. Seniors, this is our year. It saddens me that the road to graduation has been a struggle and filled with uncertainty. This was not easy. This wasn't expected at all, but we have been here before. Most of us has came into this world that was full of uncertainty and an unexpected sorrow and loss due to 9/11. Now we are here in the middle of another world-changing event that no one was prepared for. It hasn't been easy, and it may not be easy for a long time, but in life, the things we fight for and struggle with before earning has the greatest worth. As we enter into a new chapter in our journey, whether it be college, jobs, or a break, we will do as we have with every other uncertain challenge we have faced thus far. We will be victorious. We will take the baton with excitement. We are powerfully prepared, responsible citizens, independent critical thinkers, determined lifelong learners, and excellent communicators. We are pride of HPHS. We have heard these principles all throughout our 4 years in high school. Little did we know we were being instilled in our educational lives in preparation for what was to come. I hope we take this with us in our next phase in our journey. I am so incredibly proud of you seniors. We did it. We overcame, we persevered, we faced our challenges, our frustrations, and COVID-19. We may not have had the prom, senior trip, senior week, and most importantly, our graduation ceremony that we envisioned, but we earned our diploma and we still get to move our tassel from one side to the other. We did it. We are a part of history. This is something we will tell our children and our children's children and our children's children's children. We are the class of 2020 and we are making history. My name is Samia Raspberry, class of 2020 president. I'm so very proud of us for us making it. Congratulations and thank you.
Hey guys, it's Bree. I just want to let you guys know that I miss you all and hope you guys are all holding up during this quarantine, and that I wish you guys the best with your college and careers, and hope to see all of you successful in whatever you plan on doing with your life.
And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, presenting the class of 2020. Muhammad Abdullah. Maria Aguirre. Jasmine Almaguer. Ishmael Baraza. Claudia Becerra. Ania Evelyn Burton. Robert Calderon Villarreal. Justin Carlos. Isaiah Chapman. Guadalupe Contreras Ortiz. Alexa Davis. David Flores. Brianna Francis. Bradley Franks. Sophia Gammon. Kevin Garcia. Isaiah Garcia Sanchez. Eduardo J. Gaspar Bermudez. Noemi Gomez Flores. Jimmy Gonzalez. Alexia Harris. Josiah M. Hartz. Charles Howe. Jacob Imhoff. Satoda Jacob. Muhammad Ahmad Khan. Rebecca Kurtzman. Christine Lee. Angelina Lozada. Isabel Maldonado. Melanie Manukian. Amari McGee. Deborah Otley. Anel Perez Luna. Shayal Prakash. Samia Raspberry. Isabel Rogers. Yitzhak Ruelas. Rachel Sammy. Vanessa Sanchez. Umadullah Sayed Sai. Alea Scoggins Owens. Naina Singh. Nori Smiley Tolbert. Nora Sweelam. Caitlin Faith Tapalis. David Tanyokwe. Margot Torres Martinez. Alejandro Tovar Alejo. Juliana Van, Angelica Vera Franco, Joanna Villanueva Megallon, Ronnie West, Kendrick Williams, Sophie Zong, Jordan Yang, ladies and gentlemen, I officially present to you the graduates of Arthur A. Benjamin Health Professions High School, class of 2020. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left. And again, congratulations.